Hi guys! Welcome to Unit 7, Lesson 4, Solve Equations with Multiplication and Division. Alright, so all those same things apply that we've been working with, like with addition and subtraction. And what I mean by that is, one, we have to remember everything we know about rational numbers, but also we need to do the opposite operation from what we see in the problem in order to solve. Okay? So, and again, that's building on good habits for when we're in higher levels of math later on. So, number one, right now I have multiplication in my problem. Remember when there's stuff like smushed right up next, stuff smushed right up next to each other, like a constant and a variable, or a coefficient I should say, and a variable, then you multiply them, all right? But to get rid of multiplication, we need to do the opposite operation, which means we need to divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by -7, okay? Now, what that does, and I'm gonna just come over off to the side to talk about it for a second. -7 divided by -7, well, first off, negative divided by negative is a positive, and 7 divided by 7 is equal to 1. So that's equal to 1. So over here, we're left with 1x, and we don't need to put 1x. If all we have to do is put x, right? Because how many x's do you see? You see 1, right? And then we can just solve the equation on the right. So I have a positive divided by a negative, which means my answer is going to be negative, right, when the signs are different. And then 14 divided by 7 is 2. So my final answer is x equals -2. Now, you can always check your work, right? Plug this back in for x, which means we'd have -7 times -2. Well, yep, when I multiply those together, I do get positive 14. Okay? So hopefully that helps. Number 2, if 2x equals -4, then what is the value of 8x? So there's two different things going on here, and that's one reason why I chose this problem. So first off, let's take the equation we're given, 2x equals -4. Well, to solve for x, I am currently multiplying by 2, so to get rid of it, I'm going to divide by 2. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So these cancel. I'm left with x equals then -4 divided by 2. Well, it's a negative divided by a positive, which means my answer will be negative. And then 4 divided by 2 is 2. So now that I know what x is equal to, I can go ahead and plug that into the second expression that we were given, right? What is the value of 8x? Well, that can be found by doing 8 times -2, which is -16. So that would be your final answer. Okay? Okay, number 3. This one has a fraction in it. It's also number 3 on your quick check. Okay? Now, if you remember with fractions, right? Right now I'm multiplying by 5/2. So to get rid of it, I am going to divide both sides by 5/2. But really, that's the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal, right? 5/2 divided by 5/2, okay? So these are still going to cancel, and I'm left with x. But this, -1/8 divided by 5/2, remember our rules with dividing with fractions, we have to do same, change, flip. So I'm going to keep my first one the same. I'm going to change my symbol to multiplication, and I'm going to flip my second fraction. You could reduce now if you want, or we could reduce later. I'll leave that up to you. But what I do know is that I have a negative times a positive, which means my answer is going to be negative. 1 times 2 is 2. 8 times 5 is 40. 2 goes into both of those, which gives me -1/20. Now, you could have gotten there a little quicker by saying, okay, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then notice that gives me 1 times 1 in my numerator and 4 times 5 in my denominator, which means I've already reduced, right? So either way, the final answer for this would be x is equal to -1/20. All right? So I hope that helps, and as always, reach out if you need me.